this is more of a case update that's not really a case update. It's kind of hard to explain. So, those of you who have subscribed to the channel already, welcome back. Thank you again for the support. And those of you that are new, this is a true crime channel with some bizarre stories here and there. But this will be your time to show support and to subscribe and share and comment and like and all that good stuff, because it doesn't cost anything. It's free and puts the algorithm out there for me. So those of you who are not familiar with this, because this whole case came open and closed all in 24 hours. So Andria Edwards is a 44-year-old woman from Durham, North Carolina, that was 8.5 months pregnant and went missing on July 10th. She was found to be not missing on, well, yesterday or today, and not pregnant. Yeah, they're not even addressing the whole not pregnant thing. But she apparently was never missing. And she contacted Durham, North Carolina police to let them know, hey, I'm not missing. I'm here. Look at me. Hello. And then she didn't like how they treated her. So she did a live video about that and basically calling them out, saying they failed her, which I can't figure out how they failed her because she was never missing. So I don't get that. But what's interesting, though, is friends and family have come out and said this is not the first time she's disappeared. And this is not the first time she's claimed to be pregnant, and she hasn't really been pregnant. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, granted, this is not a crime because she was never missing and she was never pregnant. So she didn't end a pregnancy or kill somebody's kid or hurt anybody, or accuse anybody of kidnapping her. So none of these things are crimes. But I definitely do think she's got some type of psychiatric issue going on if she keeps disappearing and claiming to be pregnant when she's not. That's kind of where I'm going with this. Very, very bizarre. But yeah, it's just so bizarre. And then you've got her calling people out. Calling people out saying you didn't you failed me. But you were never missing. So how did the police fail you? You were never missing. So I did a little bit of a deep dive. Hello, people in New York City. I did a little bit of deep dive on her in the court systems for North Carolina, and she does have a past and some trespassing, some harassing phone calls, threatening calls. She does have a open domestic violence case, but she's the victim, not the perpetrator, and that is with her current husband. Now, my question was, if she was never really missing, and she's done this before, why did the family report her missing? But I thought about it. It's like, I keep harping on this. Like when a person goes missing, the cops automatically assume they're runaways. If it's a teenager or a young person. And it's like, what if this one time they aren't running away? They actually were taken and you're not, taking it seriously. Hello. But and so they probably did file that report just to err on the side of caution. Hi, my daily. The story we're talking about is the story, a non-story, of Andria Edwards. She is a 44-year-old woman from Durham, North Carolina, that went missing on July 10th, that reappeared today, never missing. She found out that her family had filed a missing persons report, and she called the police and said, hey, I'm not missing. And then she went on to whatever social media platform, I'm not sure which one this is, and said, did a whole minute 45-second live saying, I'm not missing, I was never missing, and the Durham police failed me. And my thing is, how did the police fail you if you were never missing? I mean, I don't understand that. So, no, they have not said where she was. I mean, we're getting very little information here, but what they are saying is the family is saying that this is not the first time she's disappeared. And here's the thing, they said she was pregnant when she went missing, 8.5 months pregnant when she went missing 4 days ago. She's not pregnant, nor has she ever been pregnant. So this is not the first time she's gone missing and not really been missing. and B, claimed to be pregnant and she wasn't. So that just speaks onto a whole psychiatric issue going on right there. Oh, okay. Hello. So I don't know. Um, this chick, I just don't understand why she's calling the police out saying they failed her because has she been tested? Tested for what? Because I mean, I don't know. She seems like she just likes attention, maybe. That's kind of the thought I'm getting on this. So now there's that case. Now the other one we had that happened over the weekend was Jamal White's 7-year-old boy from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I don't think she'd been kidnapped. I don't think she has been kidnapped. I think because they kept saying this is not the first time she's done this. She's disappeared and reappeared, disappeared, reappeared. So this is something she does. Now you had the 7-year-old out of yeah. Now the kid they did find him safe, but here's the thing that confuses me. They have already got one person in custody involved with this case. Now there's been so much information saying there was 4 people involved, and it was one, then it was 4, then it was 3. So I'm not even sure how many people are even involved in this boy's disappearance, but they're just seeing. What I found odd was when he went missing, you didn't hear anything from the parents. Like the grandmother was talking, the aunt was talking, but mom and dad weren't saying a word. So I know one thing was, and this is some speculation I have on my end, were they trying to get money from them? No, I don't only do stories on missing people. My daily asks the question if I only do stories cold cases and already serial killers. I do everything. So okay, I got a comment here. It says, I understand you mean that she hides and then appears. So she's looking for attention because she was living in the pampering of her parents. Possibly. I'm not sure what her entire background is. I do know um, going through everything, she's been out there kind of doing some stuff. Do I know more on Gypsy Rose? No, I do not at this point. Gypsy Rose, I mean, right now she's living her best life. I mean, she's had a baby, she's engaged to someone else. I mean, I'm happy that she's out of prison. I don't think she should have killed her mother, but I understand why she was pushed that way. So on that case, I do understand that one. Now, but Jamal White, he's been found, but there's so much on that one I don't understand because I mean, I know one speculation was maybe they kidnapped him hoping to ransom him. Yeah, she had a baby. You didn't know that? Yeah, my daily, yeah, she divorced her husband and got with a guy she dated before she met and married her husband, and she got pregnant by him, and they had, I think, a little girl. Yeah, that happened here in the last year. But yeah, the Jamal White thing, I think there's more to that story than what we know, and I think more is going to be coming out over time. So trying to think if there's anything else that's been going on. I mean, Diddy, we're still waiting on his sentencing hearing to see what he actually is going to get. I mean, he is going to get some time, but how much I have no idea. And let's see. Seems like a lot of the lawsuits that were against Diddy and Jay-Z and all that are being dropped. So there's that. The Iowa case or the Idaho case has been settled. With Brian Kohlberger, he's going to be doing some life sentences on that. No death penalty for him. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? Hmm. Epstein. That was interesting. No, he is sick. I don't want him to leave. He is dangerous. Oh, you're talking about Diddy? Yeah, I think Diddy needs to do some time, some serious time. But I don't know if that's going to happen with how the prosecution put that case out there. I mean, hearing it back, I don't understand why they only put out the people. Um, oh, thank you, my daily. Thank you for the eye comment. And if they, for Rico, it has to be a conspiracy. They only prosecuted him. There was other people involved they should have prosecuted. I don't know why they didn't do that. It just seemed like I was waiting for them to pull out some like better witnesses, and it just didn't seem like that ever happened. So I was waiting, and that was a very disappointing trial. Seen lists, there's no client lists. No, that's a good point. Money speaks, but the law unfortunately silences it. Yeah, that is a good point. Um, yeah, because if there is no Epstein files, if there is no Epstein client list, then how the hell is Ghislaine Maxwell in prison right now? That makes no sense at all. I don't get that at all. So I have a feeling that she's probably gonna get out soon, because if they really have nothing on her, she's gonna get out soon. Especially with that one girl, Virginia Roberts. I forget what her married name is. After she committed suicide um, last month, I really do believe some things are going to change for Ghislaine Maxwell. And Ghislaine, I think, in my opinion, needs to keep her butt behind bars for the rest of her life. For being part of that whole mess, getting those, bringing those girls in to do all that. So I don't know. Like I said, but there's a lot going on with that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else right now. Oh, I will be working with another person who does a podcast, Missing Black People, I believe it's called, and we're going to be covering some old cases on that. Which it'd be, Missing Black People, yes, Missing Black People. Um, that's going to be covering some old cases in North Carolina that haven't been talked about in 15 years. So we're going to be talking about that. And yeah, if you guys have any idea or any case ideas you want me to cover, just send it to me in the comments or whatever, because I'll do the story without a problem. I'll do the research and I'll do the story, because there's so many out there to choose from. There really is, and so many cold cases. It's crazy. So, like I said, I would love to do more, and any ideas you all have, send my way. Now, I just did one on the Carey sister. Somebody had asked me to do a couple months back. I just posted that a few days ago on Julie and Robin Carey out of St. Louis. So I did that one, and that was a sad story. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off here because I don't really have a whole lot to go into tonight. But any suggestions, send them my way. I'll be more glad to research it. Otherwise, this is Rebecca with Red True Crime. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Share, like, comment, um, all that good stuff. Doesn't cost anything. And as I always say, be weird, be rude, be safe. Because if you're weird and rude, they will not take you. I guarantee. So, good night, everyone. Thank you again for the support. And this is Rebecca. I'm out. Bye.